On today's show, I gotta talk to you guys about the previously on scene. We've got to talk about the previously on this episode scene. I know it's a little bit loud. I got you guys. Don't worry about it. Regrets! Dropping out of high school. That's all coming up next, too. Matty Potts talked about it last show. We want to talk about some regrets that I actually thought about that I really could have dropped in. Last show, I thought about a couple good stories for you guys, so we want to get into that. And we also have to touch on bullying. I want to talk to the boys about a thing from my past and how bullying actually shaped my life to where I am today. So we'll talk about all of that. Plus, Matty Potts has the funniest reviews that come from Amazon. It's all right here, folks, so strap it on, because it's time for a Luch Dog in the morning.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladotti, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. All right, we got a fun one today. I hope you guys are ready, because we got a jam-packed show for you from TTR Studios. Giddy up! Welcome to the show, my wonderful friends. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today on a fantastic Friday. We have upped our resolution to a full-on 720p. Feeling good about it. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody, it is Matty Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom. Hello, brother.
Greetings and salutations. Good morning, guys.
It's good to have you, man. Belly Matt LaBelle woke up about 12 minutes ago looking like he was about to puke all over the studio, and now he's ready to rock. What's up, dude?
Always ready and glad to be here.
So glad you're like, okay. I was like, man, do you need to skip today? It's not even a question. He looked at me like I was a jackass. Skip today? What does it even mean? It's commitment, son.
Once the lights are on, it's showtime.
All right, let's do this. Potts, where would you like to begin? Chewing or previously on?
Did you say chewing?
I did say chewing.
Yeah.
Chewing?
Okay.
Chewing what?
Let's start there.
Luch learned a little lesson this week.
I learned a little bit about myself as I was taught. Who are we hanging out with?
Brax.
It was Brax. Yeah, Braxton Blue. Happy birthday to him. He is out in Arizona for today, so we will be missing him.
Same birthday as former co-host Coach Reed.
Coach
as
Reed,
well.
happy birthday. Congrats on graduating. And Belly's going to be doing a lot today. He's got to handle the switching from the cameras and everything. So, Braxton, Belly, and I were talking about my weird eating habits. I don't like to chew. Like, I'm a texture person, and I figured I'd take this to the people because I know when we discussed wiping, and some people are like, wait, you stand? And some people are like, wait, you sit? It's like you realize together, wait, there's not only one way to do this? Maybe there's somebody else who chews like me. Maybe there's somebody else out there who will make me feel a little bit better about myself. I don't like texture. I don't like mushy. I don't like slimy. I don't like any of that on my tongue. My goal, I definitely don't like meat on my tongue. I can't eat a double cheeseburger, but I can eat a Big Mac because of the bread to meat ratio.
More bread.
There's that third slice of bread in the middle, so I can handle the two patties because there's a piece of bread in the middle. I'm almost tricking my tongue into it doesn't know what it's touching.
And he also, I'd like to point out, will also definitely only order like half meat on like burritos,
I do.
half meat on burrito bowls,
Not double meat, half
half
meat.
meat on sandwiches at delis. Like it's one of those things where he needs less meat on a sandwich.
Well, people get weirded out by that, Potts. Is that weird to you?
It's, yeah.
I mean, if somebody came into your establishment, Marinate, on the corner of Western and Melrose, right out there in Hollywood, and they mention one meal and they get 15% off of their meal, but they ask for half meat, are you giving them a little bit of a...
I'm just going to give them the regular meat and tell them that it's half meat, and they can kindly go fuck themselves.
No, Potts. Increase your profits, charge them for the full meat, and only give them half.
Oh,
Yeah.
I absolutely would. Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I'm like, all right, I don't care.
Well, Potts-
I mean, what we get is because we do rice bowls. A lot of people, I mean, we do get people that say easy on the meat, but normally it's just like, half the rice because they're trying to watch their carbs and stuff. So We get special requests, but rarely is it half meat.
Well, I will say at certain establishments, they'll actually look at me and they'll go, "But you're paying for all this," no. And then they'll go and talk to each other and they'll say, "Charge them for a veggie."
Right.
Does that bother
Turns
you?
into
That they
like
say-
this whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would just charge you full price. I don't care. I'm like, yeah. Whatever. I mean,
All right,
charge
so
the same.
This guy wants half meat, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
I mean,
charge
I'll
me
have people. You know what I do? I actually have people because we do a pop up once a week at WeWork offices, which is like the shared office space.
That's nice.
And
They're nice
sometimes
offices,
we will
man.
get people that want because I sell like just a revised menu there, and it's just like a rice bowl. And some people will say, I don't want meat. I just want like the sides, and I'll give them sides, and I charge them full price. I don't care, and they don't seem to care either. So I mean, it's all good if you want special requests, but don't get your panties in a bunch if you get charged full price, because honestly, like
No, you shouldn't expect less. No, I'm just
Exactly,
asking. Yeah, I'm just saying, hey, listen, I don't want all the meat. You can charge me for whatever. I'm still getting some meat. Anyway, the reason I'm saying this, go ahead, Belly.
Well, from the social media lounge, I do have a couple people that say I'm a texture person. I don't like to chew. Also, sandwiches, way too much meat on them. Delis are over enthusiastic.
Thank you. I don't need a pound of meat and like maybe a pickle in there. Like let's go,
Well,
folks.
This
No,
guy right
if you
here,
go to Subway, though, it depends where you go, because Subway is slacking on the meat. I remember
Exactly.
I bought I don't eat at Subway anymore. It's garbage, FYI. But I bought a sub at an airport once from Subway, and I got a large, and there was not enough meat to go all the way to the end of the sub. And I mean, I looked at the guy, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he's like, "You can pay for extra meat." If I was like, "Can I have enough meat for the sandwich?" He's like, "Well, extra meat, it'll be an extra few dollars." And I was like, "There's open bread on this fucking sandwich." And I mean, I was blown away, and I never ate there again. And it's really not healthy,
So
FYI. But
for me,
yeah.
Potts, for me, I'm someone who always orders double meat at Chipotle.
It's
I'm someone
disgusting.
who I get the number 6 at Jersey Mike's, which is a roast beef and turkey
Right.
sandwich.
And I'm over here behind him like, can I get just half turkey?
Half turkey, please.
So here's what's funny about this. And the only reason
can I have
I'm
a slice of turkey?
Yes, right. I don't want it like dominating my sandwich. I want equal throughout, especially with
But see-
burritos. I don't want a burrito with a whole clump of chicken in the middle. Like I don't need that,
Sure,
man. Like let's
sure.
figure it out.
Like a note to people who are completely oblivious, because there are so many. We have one guest that calls and he gets, the kitchen sink wrap, which is our kind of our infamous wrap. It's got soup in it. It's got pasta. That's definitely the wrap that you boys are going to eat when you come out.
Oh, I can't
But he
wait.
always makes this, he calls in his order and he's like, and if you could just if I could have some extra meat, that would be great. And one time I was like, yeah, it's an extra $2, which is nothing for extra meat. And he gave me this whole song and dance. He's like, oh, really? Okay. I mean, I guess if you have to charge me. And just so for the record, if you're going to ask for extra something, you're going to pay extra money. People aren't in business to just give away free fucking shit so you can
Thank
feel
you,
better
Potts.
about yourself. Do never ask for it. We're actually thinking of charging extra for cups of our like sauces and stuff because people want extra sauce on the side. I'm like, we make this shit from scratch. It costs, we should be charging at least 50 cents for a little portion cup of extra dressing, which we don't. But it's like people are just so fucking oblivious, and then they'll give you like a Yelp review, like, "Oh, well, he wouldn't give me extra
They
meat, or
charge
they're a
me
little
for
cheap on the
extra
sauce."
meat.
And it's like, asshole, we everything is portioned out, and it's called cost of goods. We give you a portion. Everything is measured, and the second we go over that, we are now losing money or losing profit. So if you're not making money, you're losing money. So get your head out of your fucking ass, and if you can't afford extra, don't order extra.
I love talking about food because of how fired up Matty Potts gets. I was looking for my warning. Pot's
Fuck
about to
that
boil.
up.
The pot's about to boil. Warning: the pot's about to boil. But what I wanted to say before we get into the social media lounge, and thank you for all of you for participating today. Potts, there's a restaurant that I love, and I am just infuriated when they tell me that they won't do to-go orders. And I want to just give you I want to tell you, hold on. I want to tell you this and then see how you feel about it, because I feel like there's some people out here that might be saying, F you, Potts, just give me some extra sauce. I'll tell you how I like it. And so here's what this restaurant...
That's fine, but be prepared to pay for it,
And
asshole.
that's agreed. Agreed. Even though I'm an asshole. So, what the restaurant?
Not you, just everyone else.
Agreed. All right, that works. So, this restaurant, what they'll do is they'll say, no, we don't do to-go orders. I'm sorry, we have a certain standard that we hold our food to, and we don't. there's no way that it's going to be as good when you go home and then eat it at home, and then we're going to get blamed for our food not being as good. So we don't do to-go orders. If you order some food here and then have a bite or two, we can wrap it up and send it home for you. But we don't do to-go orders because
Is this
of that.
like a sit-down restaurant?
This is a nice $18 an entree sit-down restaurant.
I mean, places that are that nice, that's pretty standard. I mean, they're not going to do it.
That infuriates me. Social Media Lounge, wouldn't that piss you off?
The business is trying to protect their brand.
All I'm doing is ordering my food and then taking a bite and then saying, "Hey, can I get a little box to go?" I mean, why do I have to do this?
I'm torn. You know, certain places that are that nice, they're nice. They're meant for you to go there and sit and have a nice night. If you want to order something, an $18 plate to go home and Netflix and chill, I think a lot of places, they look down and they're like, well, that's not who we are. And I respect that. It's annoying as fuck. But again, if that's who you are and that's your business model, then so be it. I mean, it's crazy that people would give up that much revenue. I mean, to show you how much they want to protect their brand, like Belly said, they're willing to give up a ton of revenue. I mean, to-go orders are probably 15 to 20% of our revenue on any given day, and I would never give that up.
I do appreciate that they have standards about their food. That there is something. Somebody actually told me it's not the worst thing to tell couples that you're booked. Because, as a wedding DJ, because that shows that, like, oh, you are good at this. You have a lot of work. And it's good to me that they have standards. I guess I understand what you're saying. Belly, you've got a lot from the Social Media Lounge. What's going on right now?
From the Social Media Lounge, first I'd like to shout out to Braxton Blue, who is listening.
Oh, what up, Brax?
On the today.
All right.
Also, let's see. Next time I roll with you, someone suggested that they just put your half turkey you leave off on my sandwich.
Dude,
Social Media Lounge touchdown.
Ding ding,
Social
touchdown.
Media Lounge scores.
That's from Travis Steck.
That's pretty good. Now,
what a great money-saving technique.
So, Potts, before we get into the ending of why
oh my God, I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking in my head of you guys at a Subway and Luch going, I only want half meat, but I'll take my half and put it on his regular because he wants extra, but he doesn't want to pay for the extra. And I don't mind paying full price for my regular, even though I'm only going to get half. And we're going to pay separately, but on mine, I'm just going to pay half credit card and half cash. Is that all right? And then he's got like.
Do you take checks?
Do you take checks?
Oh man, very good, very good. We should do that and just videotape it and just see what they do.
So let's get to where we learned about the chewing.
Yeah, so now, before we get into the chewing, we are going to do something a little different today. We want to pepper in little funny things that we found just to keep the show fresh. Now, I've sent Maddie Potts an article that has 10 of the funniest reviews on Amazon. I was out with the neighbors that we were talking about the other night, or the last show. I went out with them last night, and they were just dying laughing over these reviews. And then I was like, wow, that's actually probably pretty funny for the show. So Maddie Potts has a list of 10 really funny reviews. They're fairly short and long. They range in length. But he's going to just randomly pepper them in throughout the entire show. So let's just start one, and go ahead, Maddie Potts.
Giant Swiss Army knife. 3 stars. It changed my life. Received this knife as a gift for my 18th birthday. Wish I would have known what it was because as soon as I touched it, I grew a mustache and became a Navy SEAL. My mom fainted and my dad laughed and handed me a beer. I was born a girl. Minus 2 stars because my breasts were really nice.
So getting into the chewing and why I brought this up is because I was talking to Brax and Belly after Wednesday's show. My stomach is messed up, man. I wake up every single. You guys probably see it. I'm almost like choking down a burp every 20 minutes. On this show, it happens.
Yep.
I know that, and I'm like, God, what is wrong with me? And we realized the other day when we were talking after the show, taking a little safety break. Adam doesn't like to chew. I want to have. My goal is for the food to touch my tongue for the littlest amount of time possible. So I'm basically just swallowing like a duck.
God, look at Luch. He would just give the worst blowjobs ever. I mean, what good are you? You can't even give proper head. Jeez. You're like, hello, gag reflex.
Swallowing it down my gullet without chewing at all. It's just my stomach has just got these blocks of food in it.
So let's just get this
terrible.
straight. He gulps coffee, he gulps water,
I
he
just-
gulps food. So basically he eats like a baby bird, except the mom's not chewing it for him
Can
to
you give
spit
us-
it back down his throat.
Belly, can you stay on your camera? Can you give us a impression with an empty hand holding a cup, just of what it looks like when I gulp my coffee? And then what do I do after? Yeah.
What the hell?
That is what it sounds and looks like
I
when
don't know
Luch
what's
gulps
wrong
coffee.
with me. I
Well,
really don't.
So it's all about the texture to you. Apparently, if your food gets too mushy, you don't even want to swallow it.
I don't want to get it to the point of mush. Exactly.
So what's the food you won't eat? Like, because I do not eat mushrooms just because I don't like the texture.
Sure.
I hate it. It's so
Seafood.
slimy, like you were saying.
Seafood, all of it, anything.
Seafood,
any,
yeah.
Any food chewed to mush.
Pho,
where you're-
apparently.
Where you're supposed to chew your food like 26 times or whatever it is until it's mush. I don't want any of that.
So, like, what about steak? Because you really got to like chew a
Steak,
piece of
you
steak.
have
Obviously,
to
it doesn't
chew.
really
I
hurt
don't know
much.
how much I chew that. I chew it until the point where I can get it down, and then it goes down. Like, my stomach has felt so much better the last 3 days because I've been focusing on my chewing. So if anybody's dealing with like stomach issues, try chewing your food better. It has been night and day. I'm sleeping better. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night. Like things, I ate pasta. I had a huge bowl of pasta, spaghetti.
And you chewed it. You actually chewed
I
it
chewed
instead
it
of just
down.
swallowing your pasta
Holy
whole.
shit! I'm like a real
So
person.
there's two things. I mean, one, it's chewing, so it's easier on your digestive system, but it's also eating slower.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
you have to think when you're eating pasta too, because it's all carbs. You're pumping carbs into your body, which is immediately turning into sugar. So it's just the rate at which your body has to work and process the food as well, and then you're not even chewing it. So it's like getting these big, chunks of shit that it's now got to break down first and then break down into your body. It's like a two-part system.
Exactly.
Which,
So the more you chew, the more your food is broken down at the
Right.
start, the more nutrients can get into your body during the digestion process.
That makes sense.
If you don't chew,
I mean,
it's game over.
chewing is the first step of digesting your food. I mean, it's really important.
Yeah, well, I've been skipping that for 34 years, so
Figured
let's
it out the
just-
other day. Changing lives
it's,
here.
It's weird how they were laughing at me like, dude, what is the matter with you? You have to chew your food. And I was like, wait a minute. Maybe that's what's wrong with my stomach. So if anybody's having any gastrointestinal issues, try
My
chewing
parents
your
always
food.
used to tell me to slow down. Like, I would eat. I still do. I eat so fast. I don't even know if you remember, but like, I'll be done with my meal, and like, people will be half done.
I
Like,
remember
so
going to
fast.
Burger. I remember going to Burger King as a kid, and I finished my meat. Like you actually eat in the store. Who does that? Because we didn't have a license yet. And so we went up, and I was the first to order. I got to the table. I finished my order before our last
Crazy.
friend got to the table.
Yeah, that's how I just attack food.
I'm a
Just
fast
mowing
eater
through
as well. Like if I'm hungry, especially if I'm hungry, if at that level of hunger is reached to the point where I feel like I'm starving, it's just shoveling food into my mouth. And
Right.
just
I do, and I
nonstop.
get hangry. I mean, I get like attitudey and bitchy.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this little break, and then we will get back with you guys. Man, we are so loud today. Goodness. Shot out of a cannon. All right, folks, when we get back, we are going to do regrets and then bullying and in a fun way. So let's see if we can pull that off. We'll be back in just a minute. Gooch Dog in the morning.
At litmradio.com.
I'm dying for more. I'm dying for more.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow-cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day.
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
back, folks. It's your boy Luch Dog hanging out with you. And, of course, my buds, Belly Matt LaBelle. And Matty Potts across the land. Braxton Blue is watching from Arizona. He will be back next week. And we are very, very excited to have him back. Belly's got a lot to do today, but he's holding it down like a GD champ. Social Media Lounge is popping off. Let's go to them, see what they're drinking today. Thank you for all of your input. We appreciate you hanging out on the channel TTR Studios. Right here on YouTube. Hit S. Hit S. Oh, we don't have them anymore. All right, let's go. There it is. All right, what's popping? Why are they talking about One Wheels right now? I'll tell you why. Because they're furious at the company that makes them. Let me tell you something. I got a whole lot coming up on Tuesday's Voice of One Wheel with this whole back pad being brought out now.
Oh, yeah.
Motion. Listen, man. Potts, it's unreal what's happening.
Kickstands, back pads. What's next? A podcast?
No, yeah.
Oh, wait, they already did that.
Oh, wait, they did that 2 days after I came out with mine. This company is literally just copying everything that the community is doing and then taking it for their own, and it's really starting to piss me off.
So, Mr. Friendly Man, who doesn't like conflict, didn't you have them on your show?
I did have them on the show, and I haven't heard from them since. I'm trying to get them back on. But I've been critical because
I don't blame you.
I'm trying to be a journalist. I'm trying to be objective, and if you impress me, I will tell you I'm impressed, and I will shout it from the rooftops. If you piss me off and tell me that you're gonna Potts, this is what's happening. We'll just take 2 minutes. I had the idea to do the One Wheel podcast, and I put out a promo 3 weeks ahead of time saying I was going to do the One Wheel podcast starting on February 2nd, and on January 30th, they said, "Hey, tune into Wheel Talk, starting January 8th." And I was like, "What the? Are you serious?"
But was it? Have they done? How many episodes have they done?
Like 4. They're
3 or 4
They're like
total.
5 minutes each, and they couldn't be worse. I mean, they're so stupid. They probably spent.
They could be worse, but
They could be worse, but they spent all this
good.
time and hour and like production. You can see it's like
Production,
professionally made, and it's all about like it's like 3 minutes about something that we literally talked about on the show when the company came on the show. It's already there. Why would you do another Wheel Talk on the life of the One Wheel when I've already done that with the 2 people from the company?
Right.
Like, show us something else.
I mean, I've never seen a company with such a strong community that seems to ignore their community completely. It's crazy to me. I mean, there's zero engagement on their part from what I can tell.
Now, Potts, you've got people who are putting out, there's a lot of aftermarket products for this, and these people are putting out like a back foot pad that will have more concave feel so that you can get a better grip. And then all of a sudden, when
literally
they come on our show,
3 episodes ago,
3 episodes on our show,
we talked to that guy that was making the concave back pad.
It's called a Cobra pad. He came on our show. He even said if he gets a certain amount of orders, he's going to donate $500 to our studios. Guess what they came out with 1 week later? Back pad for the One Wheel. Yeah.
No way.
Like, fuck off, dude. Like,
and it's
why
like
don't you
$5,
support?
$10 more than what he's charging.
It's just, it's right around the same price.
You got to do, all right, so you have to do these announcements at once it's the production's done and this person's ready to sell
That's
the product.
What we did. We did
when you
on
gotta get
the
him
weekend that he did his launch promo. We had him on the show, and then 3 days or whatever, a week later, now they send out this email: check out our back pads, and now everybody's like, "Ooh, I wish I hadn't bought the Cobra pad." And I'm like, "No, see, that's bullshit right there."
I'm
all
Cobra
for
pad
competition.
has a patent, so they can toss it over to One Wheel and say, "Pay me the money."
It blows my mind that One Wheel is not paying your podcast to run commercials for the products that they have.
They don't know me. And
what better?
Because I stay objective with
so
them.
Crazy.
I stay objective. If they paid me, I wouldn't be able to say things like this.
Yeah,
because competition lends itself to better products, and I don't mind.
Whoa. Like, at the beginning of every that's insane. TV networks run commercials, and it says, like, they'll say, we don't, like, this does not reflect the opinion of our station. You could easily, at the beginning of every podcast, put, these are paid sponsorships. We don't necessarily, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Our views do not match the level of what this show talks about.
Even better, how about the partnership between ESPN and the sports that it covers? ESPN has analysts being very critical about the partners that they have, baseball, basketball, football, and they're in bed together. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm actually talking more to Rad Power Bikes, because I think they actually have their head in the right place to, take their product to the next level. I hope Future Motion figures it out. But at this point, when they start copying everything that the community is doing and making for their board and then calling it their own and pushing us out, it's like, all right, dude. Well, like, all you had to do was, like, give him a little bit of credit. Call it the Cobra Pad. Call it the Cobra Pad. Give him a little percentage.
They would never do that because then they get sued. I mean,
or at least
that's
reach
like
out.
an easy lawsuit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to spend. I will do this on Tuesday. It drives me crazy. Like, you want to do Will Talk? Fine. Good luck. Be better than our show. That's awesome. Let's see some competition. You can put 3 minutes out. It takes you 2 weeks to put a 3-minute video.
Yeah.
Give me a break, dude. We're doing an hour, 3 times a week, live. Like, I could help if you want. Future Motion, if you're listening. Yeah, okay, you're right. Sorry. So, does anybody, I just want to say this because I've had it written down.
Blue Amazon Kindle waterproof case cover protective bag pouch. If you don't know what that is, so basically this is just a bag to waterproof your Kindle. 5 stars. I got this for my mother-in-law for bath time, hoping it would be crap. Her Kindle would slip out and electrocute her. So far, this bloody thing is staying in one piece. Great for waterproofing kindling, crap for murder.
Well, so he should have given that 3 stars, I think.
Clearly. And I like that whistle.
Right,
Just give us a whistle whenever you're going to pipe one in like that. That's very nice. I like that. So, Potts had talked to us, Belly, about regrets yesterday, and I had thought of an issue. As soon as he said that, I started thinking about Hulk Hogan and the George Foreman grill, and I just started pulling stuff up.
Okay.
So I kind of tuned out.
Yeah.
But then I realized as I was listening to the show later, oh, man, I actually have some really good input on this. I almost dropped out of high school when I was a kid.
Okay. But you didn't.
I did not.
Do you regret not dropping out of high school?
Nope.
Is what you're telling me?
I kicked and screamed. Trying to get my parents to let me drop out of high school. Now, I want you guys to take my mindset of this. I'm a musician growing up, and Potts...
We're going to start a band. We're
Yeah.
going to rock the world.
Yes, but it wasn't like that because Potts
Yeah.
knows I have talent. Am I right?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to blow my own load here, but I mean,
Which is really annoying, by the way. I mean, we're related, and somehow you got all this like musical talent and coordination, and I'm like a bumbling fucking idiot over here. It's really annoying.
Don't
worry.
I mean,
we bumble around pretty well.
yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say, I still get laid, but like, I wish it could be so much easier if I was cool.
Well, doesn't it make sense that the one who doesn't look as good gets the skills? Isn't that better? You're better looking. Give me the music.
I'd rather be good at music because, I mean, I got to be honest. 1, I'm not that good looking. And 2, like, if you could play the piano
I'm
or
a
guitar,
7 at best
you
on a
could be a
good day.
fucking troll, and it's not going to matter.
All right. So what's funny is that I grew up kind of being called a prodigy, and I let it go to my head a little bit, but it did come music came really, really easy to me. What?
Can I just say, Belly, when he says they were calling me a prodigy, that's Auntie Lynn going, "Who's my special little genius? Yes, you are my only little child. We're going to celebrate Boys' Day. Yes, it's a Chinese
Prodigy.
holiday, but we still love you. Oh, you're my special little boy."
Self put on nicknames never stick.
Okay.
Auntie Lynn, look at the complex you've developed for this kid. He's now doing a podcast telling everyone he's a freaking prodigy.
Now, people said, "Wow, Adam, you've done really good work here in the music studio. You're almost a prodigy."
Look at you. No, all right, everybody, relax.
He thought he was a prodigy because Auntie Lynn gave him a gold star on the refrigerator when he was 5 years old.
So what happened was I played the piano, the drums, the guitar, the bass, all of that. And so what I'm saying
But he
is
can't-
I was in weight training in 10th grade. Here's the story.
Weight training.
Weight
Wow.
training class in
This is
10th
where it
grade.
Don't
all-
try to steamroll through me and Belly,
Yes,
asshole.
exactly what's happening.
All right, let's go.
So I'm going ahead and I'm in weight training, and my partner, my spotter, he's in a band, and he had like the best Metallica impression. Like they were like hair metal. It was early. It was like late 90s. Yeah, it was 98. So 99. So he had this band that he would like have like it was actually like Potts. His cousin was in Pennsylvania. They had this jam house. They would all go up, and every weekend they would practice, and they started getting shows, and then they got an offer to go on tour. And when that happened, their drummer turned into a little bit of a shithead. And so they asked me.
Whenever a band goes big, there's one member that doesn't want it to go big.
Would you like to join us on tour as the drummer?
Ding.
Yeah, sorry.
I was actually
I
calling.
didn't know where you were going with
I
that.
know. I was going to see if you knew what I was doing. I was calling for a
I
whistle and
didn't
a
know
review.
if it was, or
I was actually calling for a whistle and a review, but we'll do that soon. Just feel free to pepper 'em in. Anyway, so they asked me to be the drummer, and the only thing is they were going to go on tour in 3 months, and I had to drop out. And everybody in the band, my partner my spotter in weightlifting included, he dropped out. I mean, he literally signed the paperwork to drop out of high school and be able to go on this tour. And I just wanted to open it up to you, to everybody. It doesn't have to be, music if you're not a musician. I'll tell you in a second, but take us to the main screen. If you guys had, it doesn't have to be music, but something that you were really good at as a kid, you practice, you realize you're better than most people at this, and then you get an opportunity, but you have to leave high school to go and do it. Would you have done it? Would you have tried to, at least, to convince your parents to let you do it?
I mean, high school was never really that much of a challenge. I always felt like high school was kind of just a process, a step to get to another
So you're
thing.
fine with leaving it?
I would have been fine with leaving, for sure. My mom would have lost her mind.
What if you were a parent and your kid says this, and you recognize your kid has talent? This is a great opportunity for him. Are you letting him drop out of high school, or her?
My parents probably would not.
No, you.
Sure. Me?
As a parent.
I'd have to really assess what I thought of my kid's talents. And that would be a real testament. I would have been like, you are very talented, but this band sucks.
No. The band was good. No. The band was good.
Yeah, what they doing now? Are they playing concerts?
I'll tell you
all
what
over
they're
the
doing,
world?
but that's the whole point. It has nothing to do with
Please
whatever
tell me it's Nirvana.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good if it was like, it's actually, they're called 21 Pilots? No. So, Potts, as you're a new father, new coming father, Daddy Potts over here, can we get his perspective on this?
Yeah, I mean, my parents definitely wouldn't have let me. I absolutely would let my upcoming daughter do it. I mean, I would, like Belly, I'd assess the situation and see what I thought. But again, I mean, I would also appreciate the fact that I'm older and maybe I don't know what kids are listening to or whatever. But I would, every single 10 out of 10 times would say, follow your dreams. School will always be there. And if you suck, then, I mean, failure, it's okay. Even if I knew she was going to fail, I'd say go do it, because the only way you're going to learn is to do it yourself. And if I tell her no, she's going to resent me. And what if it does become 21 Pilots and I look like a fucking idiot? Like, I would, as a dreamer and as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, how could I say no to that?
Agreed.
And, the only thing that I've done even remotely, like we were talking the other show, I dropped out of school 3 times, and I dropped out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I was wasting my time at college. I knew I had something else that was calling me, and I ended up dropping out, managing a band that somehow turned into nightclubs. And that was the only thing that I've been really good at in my life that I can tell is like nightclub management and operations. And that gave me the confidence to open up my own fast casual restaurant, which the first one we did failed miserably. Mm-hmm. And so, even when you go into a project getting a little big for your britches or having at least just confidence in yourself, you could still get kicked in the balls, and it's a matter of just getting back up and trying again. So yeah, I mean, you have to do it. You have to fail. And I kind of feel like if she does it in high school and she's successful, then great. You're going to have a whole life of, happiness, hopefully, and success. But if you fail, then great. You're getting it out of the way early, and you're learning that life is, a failure, but then you learn and you keep going. I mean, the only thing about me that makes me a little nervous is I'm turning 40 this year. I'm having a friggin' kid this year, and I now have my own business where I'm not even really paying myself yet. And so, I wish I would have been able to have the confidence to do what I'm doing 10 years ago, but I wouldn't have had all that nightclub experience.
From the Social Media Lounge.
So we've got from the Social Media Lounge. Oh yeah, if at any point in time someone would have been like, "Go write books, we've got your rent and groceries," I would have done it in a heartbeat. It's a matter of that as well. I want to be there and support you, but you have to make sure that you're able to keep moving forward with the life that you want to live without getting involved, especially if something like this leads into drugs and alcoholism, things that could hurt my child. I would be very aware of talking to them about hey, this life is going to bring a lot of things to you.
That's going to happen regardless.
Exactly.
I did more drugs and alcohol in high school and middle school than
college,
I did in college.
For sure. But if it's going to lead to their death, I'm going to be very, very defensive about them doing this thing unless they show me some kind of level of responsibility that I can trust them.
Now that we have everybody's perspective, let's see what actually happened. He drops out of college, out of high school, goes and signs up to get his GED. I am literally in tears. Mom, you gotta be kidding me. Why did you spend all this money on all of my musical instruments and all of this practice and training me to do all this stuff if you're not even gonna let me take advantage of an opportunity that most people don't get, especially this early? I'm never going to get this chance again. You know, when you're a teenager, it's always, I'm never going to get to do this again. This is the only opportunity I'm ever going to get. I mean, I kicked and screamed, and I made some good points. Like, look, if I'm really good at this, and you guys have been helping me train to do it, why train for gymnastics if you have a chance to go to the Olympics, so you have to drop out of high school to do it, but you don't want me to drop out of high school? That makes no sense. I'm trying to be a musician. I have a chance to go on tour. No, Adam, I'm sorry. You need to get your high school degree. I mean, you have to at least get your high school degree. Sorry. This will not be your only opportunity. I know it feels like that. You're wrong. We know more than you. Sorry. It's not your only opportunity. If you really believe in your talent,
why didn't you run away from home?
This is not your only opportunity. And I learned something that day because I didn't agree. I was so pissed.
Do you believe that? Like,
yes.
Do you believe that it, like, see, me, I think you have to take advantage of opportunity. I don't think opportunities come by every day. And I think there are so many people that are talented and that have musical ability and that are doing absolutely nothing because, one, they don't either have the drive, or two, they just didn't take advantage of the opportunities that were presented to them.
So I would say, to answer that.
And opportunities, I'm sorry to interrupt, opportunities do not come by every day. You do not get offered to go on tour every day. You do not get a record contract every day. I'm sorry.
Billy Zane makes his own luck.
Okay.
What?
That's a quote from a movie. Billy Zane makes his own luck. And that's something that...
Bic for her, medium ballpoint pen. 5 stars. My husband has never allowed me to write as he doesn't want me touching men's pens. However, when I saw this product, I decided to buy it using my own pocket money, and so far it has been fabulous. Once I had learned to write, the feminine color and the grip size, which was more suited to my delicate little hands, has enabled me to vent thoughts about new recipe ideas, sewing, and gardening. My husband is less pleased with this product as he believes it will lead me to more independence, and he hates the feminine tingling sensation, along with the visions of fairies and rainbows I get whenever he picks it up.
So as I'm kicking and screaming, and I'm going to, I'm like thinking about how I'm going to run away from home because I want to go on tour, I got to do this. You're right. No, I believe in my ability, and they were right. If you really believe in your ability to do this, it can't be your only opportunity. You're gonna make your own luck. You're gonna make your own opportunities, but it's just about being prepared for them when they come and being ready to jump on them. I know you're ready to jump now, but you're not ready yet. It's our job as your parents to tell you you're not ready yet. You're in high school still. You need that degree. You're only 15. So, go ahead, fire away.
Do you think? And I mean,
I'll tell you what, hold on. Let's do this, Potts, because we gotta take a quick break. Think about your response. I want you to fire off when you get back. Okay? I got a little something new for you guys. I got new tunes. We'll just finish this conversation.
You even listen to these tunes before you die?
I love these, man. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. When we get back, we'll finish this, and then we will maybe get into bullying. Yeah, we'll see if we can segue.
What level of Mario is this in?
This is clearly Mario 2 when you get to the big characters. This is the big world. Oh no.
This actually sounds like more like a Kirby song.
Sounds like something I'd play on my TI-83. We'll be back after this. It's Luch Dog in the Morning.
At litmradio.com.
You guys are so hot right now.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're setting something up here that we've wanted to do for a long time. Matty Potts, continue to think about your response. Because of the delay, he will not be able to do this with us. We would like to perform for Matty Potts. We will do that in just 1 second. Belly, are you ready?
I am always ready.
All right, let's do this.
So darling, say the last dance for me.
You got choruses, right?
Yeah.
You got choruses. Potts, just get a cup of coffee, brother. We got 3.5 minutes. This is what we do here at TTR Studios. This is what I do when I get up there on every karaoke night. Turn on my snare. So who you know fresher than Ho, riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at, but can't none of y'all mirror me back. Yeah, hear me rap, be like hearing G rap in his prime. I'm young H.O. raps Grateful Dead. I came to drop old gold, brick bread. I'm in global jets and global jets. I'm out the country with the blueberry still connect. I'm on the low with the yacht, got the triple deck. But when you're young, what the fuck you expect? What? Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn, your man Luch cracked the can open again. But who you gonna find closing him? The pen just drawn off inspiration. Who you gonna see? You can't replace them with these generations. Get it going!
In your head, in your head, zombie, 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 hey, hey. In your head, in your head, zombie, 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 hey, 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 oh,
Potts.
oh, 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 hey, hey, oh, hey, 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 oh, hey. Holy crap.
Potts, hit us with a review.
That was terrible.
That was bad. That was bad. Oh, I lost audio. Go ahead.
The good old Hutzler 571 banana slicer, 5 stars. What can I say about the 571B banana slicer that hasn't already been said about the wheel, penicillin, or the iPhone? This is one of the greatest inventions of all time. My husband and I argue constantly over who had to cut the day's banana slices. It's one of those chores no one wants to do. You know, the old, I spent the entire day rearing our children. Maybe you can pitch in a little and cut these bananas. And of course, you think I have the energy to slave over your damn bananas? I worked a 12-hour shift just to come home to this. These are the things that can destroy an entire relationship. It got to the point where our children could sense the tension. The minute I heard our 6-year-old girl in our bedroom reenacting our daily banana fight with her Barbie dolls, I knew we had to make a change. That's when I found the 571B banana slicer. Our marriage has never been healthier, and we've incorporated it into our lovemaking. Thanks, 571B banana slicer.
Moving on. So, all right, we have to finish this story, but I know, Potts, are you fired up? What's going on?
I want a fucking banana slicer right now. It sounds fantastic. I think I'm going to go on Amazon.
It is pretty cool the way it looks.
They've incorporated it into their lovemaking, though. That's
Clear,
a little intense.
all these people are doing is just making up fake reviews. It's really funny to look
intense.
at. And I know, so, no, they did not let me go on tour with the band. And I had
What happened to the band?
Within 1.5 weeks, they broke up.
Really? Why?
All of this, the stress of having to drop out of high school, the tour never happened. They ended up the tour never happened. They ended up breaking up. It turned into a big thing, and they all had to reinstate themselves back into high school for their GEDs. So it's funny that you can sit here and you can say all you want. Like, I get it. Believe me, I get it. Let your kid.
Your parents knew that band sucked.
No, the band was good. That's what I wanted to say. You could listen to that, and as a musician, I'm like, look, they've got skills. They've got all the promise. They've got people
Losing
listening.
their drummer was obviously just the
And they've got me
point.
drumming now. I'm great.
All right, but still.
Yeah, but who
losing-
the hell drops out of school before they've signed an agreement or whatever for a tour? I mean,
they sign an agreement,
tours don't just like fall apart. I mean, they do sometimes if the main act
14,
has an
15-year-olds.
issue.
Thank you. 10th graders will
That's
do that.
not how it
And
works. You sign the deal and then you drop out.
And that's
Right.
why my parents wouldn't let me do it. They're like, no.
But you didn't say that. I mean, if your parents were like, no, like, where's the paperwork? Where's the agreements for every venue that you're going to go? That's one thing. But if they're like, no, another opportunity to come along, that's a totally different.
I'm not saying they didn't have the paperwork signed. I don't know the answer to that. They might have actually signed the paperwork and then just like reneged and broke up. I mean, that happens all the time.
Right.
That happens all the time. So all I'm saying is,
I don't think 15-year-olds are getting super record deals to go on tour. They're just going to places that.
Let's be honest, folks. You go on tour, you lose money. It's not like you make a ton.
It depends. If they're
we
like,
have a
yeah,
call.
a band wanted them to open and go on a tour, yeah, you'll make a few bucks. You can sell merch. You can make money.
We could call
but
someone about
it
this.
just depends.
Who? Yeah, we probably
Mo
call Chris.
Evans was actually in a band that went around to places that
He did a little tour?
He did a little touring around this area, going to clubs and stuff like that.
I'd like to talk to Mo Evans. We could talk to Chris Parisi with 311 and see. I mean, listen, I read the book that was written by the drummer for Semisonic, and Closing Time. It's an amazing book, but I'll tell you right now, that was eye-opening to see what kind of recoup costs you have to do.
Oh, it's
you want to
crazy.
make a video? Cool. We'll front you. You pay us back. It's not like, yeah, we'll give you the budget. It's like, no. You pay us back in record sales and, merch.
If you don't make those record sales,
You pay that
still
money.
have to pay us.
Yeah, you end up in debt. So I don't want to go on this too long. In fact, I feel like it's been a really negative day today.
They say the reviews are great.
The reviews are fantastic. Fire away another one. Let's go. I could get into bullying, but I feel like that's too much for today.
Well, I have some questions about bullying.
All right.
guess
Well, we
can
could
get
do it.
into
All right. Give me another review.
It's not your Friday pep.
Number 6, Creative Arts by Charles Leonard Glitter. 5 stars. So I wake up in the middle of the night in my 2-bedroom apartment. I find my roommate passed out face down on the wooden floor. I think nothing of it and go back to sleep. The next morning I wake up to go to work and there's a homeless guy asleep on my couch. My roommate woke up still drunk and had made friends with a bum. And this is the second time he let a stranger off the street just stroll in and pass out. Great. You're probably thinking, what does this have to do with my arts and crafting? Well, I bought this product and proceeded to cover everything my roommate owns in glitter. Every t-shirt, every book, every pair of shoes, his bed. I covered his entire life in glitter. He will have glitter in every crevice of his existence until he dies. Did some track out all over my apartment? Yeah. Does the carpet look like a Care Bear farted all over it? Yeah. Did he threaten to kill me? Yeah. But will he ever let another stranger sleep on my couch? No. Will I ever have to worry about a random guy off the street murdering me in the middle of the night? No. All the security for just $12.44. Unbelievable, staggering value. Cannot recommend enough.
If you guys like to watch your Netflix and your HBO, you might know what I'm talking about, but you might be doing it extremely wrong. Do you watch the previously on this show before the show starts? Belly?
Let's see. I do. I mean, I watch them, yeah.
You don't skip. Do you fast forward through previously on this show, right before the show?
Oh, no. I always watch it because usually when I watch TV, I'm high as AF, and I don't remember what I watched.
I need some recall. I need some recall to help me get back into the groove.
100%. I mean, and that's why I binge, because it's so I can remember what the hell I'm watching.
I'm not going to lie to you. When I binge, I actually forget what happens because it's all like one blob of information that I just...
I could watch an entire season and you can ask me what happened, and I don't have very much, like Belly said, recall. I have no recollection.
You know what it feels like, Potts? It almost feels like there's a bubble in my brain, and that bubble is the idea of what I just watched. I can't tell you the specifics inside the bubble. I just know the feel. I just know the feel that the bubble gave me.
Yeah, totes.
And it's not a tumor.
And it is benign. So, the reason I wanted to bring up the previously on segment is because I don't know if you realize this, but a show that's like pretty basic, like, okay, this doesn't typically apply to.
Last time on Big Bang Theory.
Right. You don't really need that because it doesn't like call on previous shows for you to know what's going on.
It does, but it doesn't.
But for a Westworld comparatively.
Yeah, you need it.
You need it.
I need to know what happened in Breaking Bad like 3 episodes
You
ago.
need it for sure.
Well, not only let's talk about like how they have these after talk shows like Walking Dead. They have Talking Dead, which is literally just a show after where they talk about
Sure.
what happened in that
I
episode.
hate those shows.
What if we
And
had one for the voice
one-
of One Wheel where people just talk about what we talked about that day?
I hate those fucking shows.
But then like Game of Thrones, they have, after you watch the episode, they have kind of a quick 2-minute breakdown of what you just watched, and I found that to be really, really helpful because something like Game of Thrones, like I have to watch it with the closed caption on because I don't even understand what the hell they're saying.
I was
going to
say he watches with
and there
closed
is
captions.
so much you miss, and that's why you watch the after show summary, and they're like, yeah, so and so from episode 1 made a 3-second appearance in this episode, and it reflects the mood of the entire. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like,
Well,
I just want to watch some friggin' TV.
Right. And I wanted to bring this up because not only that, but whoever was in the social media lounge earlier talking about they wish they could have gone writing books earlier, they're going to appreciate this. But if you're any kind of storyteller or writer or creator, I wanted to point this out because maybe if you're not, you didn't realize this. In a show that has a broad scope, like a Game of Thrones, a Westworld, Breaking Bad, anything that's like in depth like that,
Right.
it is really beneficial, even on Silicon Valley. It is extremely beneficial to watch the previously on segment, the little, whatever that is, because that is the director's way of setting you up for the episode you're about to watch. It's like them saying, hey, these are the pertinent details that you need to remember from the past so that this episode makes sense.
some sense.
Yeah,
Right.
and I find that extremely helpful.
A show like Game of Thrones, when you watch it, sometimes the clips are from seasons
That's
ago.
what I'm saying, and they'll remind
so
you little
really
things
have
like.
to,
And if you didn't watch that previously on, you might not get the little thing that they're referring to in this episode that jumps back to 2 years ago. But because you watched the previously on, they're setting you up for all the little things you need to remember, so that this episode now will make sense.
Remember that time Jamie Lannister stabbed that guy in the eye? Yeah.
Right,
Now
it's
you
like
do
crazy.
again.
Yeah. Guess what? He's coming back. Exactly. God, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, previous ones are good. They need help. Oh.
Overhead rubber penguin mask. Happy feet animal. 4 stars. I wear this mask to sing lullabies to my children. They're terrified of the mask. Whenever they protest about their bedtime or ask for too many sweets, I whip on the mask, and they soon know who is the king of the penguin.
It's such a creepy penguin mask, Belly. It's so bad, dude. Like that's
I
such
wish
a good
we
idea.
had it. I wish we had it right now.
I could get it to show the people, but that's a lot. Yeah, put that in right there.
Oh.
There it is. Wait, no. Put it. Go to the main. Go to main. Hold on.
my
Potts, leave
God.
it there. There
Oh
it is.
my God, that is
Imagine
shocking.
reading your kids a bedtime story with that.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. You're gonna poke someone's eye out.
That's so awesome.
How much does that cost?
Yeah, really.
I don't even see a price. Honestly.
Wait, let's do that. Let's play that game. Social Media Lounge. Pop
Yeah.
off. What masks?
Da-na-na-na.
What masks? Belly, do you have the game show song?
Oh yeah, I do.
Play that music. What mask would be best to scare your kids into listening to you? Let's play that game. I think I'm going to go ahead and start it off with the Scream mask. I think the Scream mask would scare them
Scare
into
your
listening.
kids? Scream mask is nothing.
What do you mean? Listen to me,
Nothing.
kid. Go to bed. And then they don't listen. You put your Scream mask on. You say, get up there.
No, I would just stand in the closet with like something with like big bright eyes and just stand there.
Social Media Lounge, what would be the best mask to wear when trying to scare your kids into listening to you?
The hockey mask. What is it,
Jason? That would
Jason?
be good.
Yeah.
Maybe like the Hellraiser with the pins.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah, Leatherface.
What else is there? Freddy Krueger.
Basically the clown from It.
That'd be good.
Oh yeah, that'll give you.
Are they saying
Will
anything?
traumatize you.
Are they popping off at all? That's okay.
Cthulhu, Clown Mask, Glowing Eyes would be scary. Frank the Bunny.
Frank the Bunny. Oh my God, from Donnie Darko?
Yes.
Wow. That's
That
a
was
good
a
one.
creepy freaking bunny.
That's a
honestly,
good
yeah.
one because that's like enough to go kid realm,
Travis
but then creepy.
Steck says a
Yeah.
dinosaur mask. I need to know, is it a specific dinosaur that's scary?
Oh, what's the scariest dinosaur? That's fun to play as we get out of here.
Raptor.
Raptor? Over a T-Rex?
Velociraptor.
Oh, T-Rex, forget that guy. He can't see me when I'm not moving.
He can't even grab you. He's like.
I can grab you with his teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Do you guys
really
want to see
fast.
this? And then we're gonna get out of here after this. I don't want to, just pull it off anymore. But do you care at all about Jurassic World? Are we done with Jurassic Park?
No, I will watch it.
I
Yeah,
will
sure,
watch it.
sometime.
So is there any level of the Avengers where it's too much? Like, God, enough already. And Jurassic Park, enough already. Like, do you ever just want it to end?
No, I love dinosaurs. I
Yeah.
love dinosaurs. I would watch. I have Jurassic Park on Blu-ray, and I will watch it I've seen it 1,000 times.
Potts, can we get one more
review? And it's cool
review?
because you feel like it really, at some point in the future, it could happen. I mean, why not? You know, we could clone dinosaurs.
For sure. Yeah. Potts, can you give us one more review before we get out of here?
Let me see. I don't know. Wait. No, I already closed it.
All right,
and Travis Steck did answer. It is Raptor for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You think Chiller to the Velociraptor? See, you guys are just biased from the actual movie because that scene in the kitchen.
Velociraptors are the most deadly.
Oh,
Even Raptor itself.
I mean, they say that in the movie. Yeah.
Would you rather be chased by a Velociraptor or a T-Rex?
T-Rex because it's slower.
Right.
They probably actually the same speed because
tough
of
one,
strides.
man. He's got those big strides.
But Velociraptors can reach up to 60 miles an hour.
We got to get out of here.
I don't want to be chased.
I don't want to be chased by anything. I don't want to be chased by a bear. I'm going camping in a couple months. I'm freaking out. My buddy told me to bring a whistle. I was like, bring a whistle for a bear? Thanks a lot.
Is it a rape whistle for a bear?
Potts, get us out of here.
That's all I got. Have a great weekend, guys, and you can kindly go fuck yourselves.
Belly, what do you got?
Is it from the movie The Revenant where Leo gets raped by that bear?
Oh, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. Another week down in the books. We've had a blast. Belly, got anything for the people?
You guys are awesome as always. Thank you so much, and hopefully you guys have a nice, fun weekend. Get out, have some fun, and see some people you love.
That is Belly Matt LaBelle, the producer extraordinary. Braxton Blue will be back with us next week. I will be popping off on Tuesday. I have to go into this back pad with Future Motion. I am trying to get them on the show, but I don't feel good about it happening. Either way, I'm going to do my best. But don't forget to tune in on Tuesday for the Voice of One Wheel. And, of course, Wednesday and Friday, we are in the works with a new promotion that I'm very excited about. We will hopefully be able to tell you about
quite the nosedive
next
by One Wheel
week. Yeah, tell me about it, man. All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you for everybody at TTR Studios. This is Luch Dog in the Morning.
At litmradio.com.